Andrew, we talk a lot about Social Security, of course, but unfortunately today we're going to be talking about a more messy side to the Social Security equation that you may have to face at some point. And that is going to be receiving benefits from an ex-spouse or divorced spouse. Now, we know that unfortunately that most marriages will end up in divorce. As a matter of fact, most studies show that 50% of all marriages will end up in divorce. But did you also know that you could still receive benefits from that ex-spouse even though you're no longer together? And you can also use a very unique strategy known as the restricted application, even though you're divorced, to help maximize the benefits that you may have coming to you. And we're going to talk about that today in this short educational video. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And the reason we've created these educational videos is to make the difficult and stressful process of retirement income planning simple.
Absolutely, Andrea. And we do this by incorporating a team of expert advisors, ranging from certified financial planners, certified financial analysts, estate attorneys, insurance advisors, and other needed professionals to help us build a fully written retirement plan that will let our clients know when, where, and how to take money out of their retirement savings.
For the best retirement income planning advice, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos.
Andrew, you know, we did a video recently about the restricted application process and how a spouse could actually benefit from filing a restricted application if they fell into a certain category. But I don't know if many people even understand that if you are a divorced spouse or an ex-spouse, if you fall into a certain criteria, you can still file and get the same benefits of a restricted application as well. That's why we always encourage you to consult with a financial advisor who understands how to maximize all of your income sources, especially your Social Security benefits, because you could be literally missing out on tens and even hundreds of thousands of dollars by failing to understand some of the potential that you still may have, even if you are a divorced spouse. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video, how you as a divorced spouse can still take advantage of spousal benefits. But before we get into that, there are two rules to retirement income that we always want to give you. And Andrew, what are those two rules?
Well, rule number one is to never run out of money. And rule number two is to never forget rule number one.
So let's go ahead and talk about how you as an ex-spouse or divorced spouse can still take advantage of some of those filing strategies that may be still available to you. So now we're going to talk about, Social Security benefits and the benefits for a divorced spouse. Now, we see Mr. and Mrs. I don't know. We see them in our videos a lot, and they're always together, and they look so happy. But unfortunately, in this video here, there's a little bit of trouble in paradise. So we're going to talk about how you as a divorced spouse can receive benefits and maximize your Social Security off of the other spouse's record. So in one of our previous videos talking about a restricted application, we were only talking about how that can actually pertain to a spousal benefit if they met a certain qualification. That spouse could delay their own benefits, even if it was higher, and file off of the other spouse's record and allow their benefits to delay to age 70 and receiving those delayed credits up to 32%. If you didn't see that video, we do encourage you to go take a look at it. It was the $87,000 retirement mistake. Go take a look at that video and understand how restricted application will work for a spouse. But I created this video to discuss how you as an ex-spouse can do the exact same thing as a spouse can when it comes to filing a restricted application and maximizing your Social Security benefits. You can also file off of an ex-spouse benefit record, delay your own record even if it's higher, and allow your benefits to delay to age 70, receiving those delayed retirement credits up to 32% as well. So let's go ahead and talk about how you can actually qualify as an ex-spouse to receive benefits. One, as before with a spouse, the maximum benefits that can be paid to an ex-spouse is still 50% of the spouse's PIA or primary insurance amount. So if you were an ex-spouse and your prior spouse had a benefit of $2,000, you can still get 50% of that if you fall into this particular category. You have to still be single. You have to be at least age 62. Both of you have to be at least age 62 or older. Now, that could change. If you're caring for your ex-spouse's child and they're under the age of 16 or disabled, you can receive those benefits at any age as long as that spouse has filed for their benefits as well. And they're at age 62. So you can still receive benefits just like as a spouse. If you're single, you're at age 62 or caring for a child who's under the age of 16 or disabled, and the marriage had to have lasted 10 years. The marriage had to last at least 10 years or more. When it came to the spousal benefits, you only had to be married for a year to qualify for spousal benefits. But when it comes to an ex-spouse's benefit, you had to be married for at least 10 continuous years or longer. Another criteria that must be met, that if you're going to receive an ex-spouse's benefit, that spouse must be receiving a retirement or disability benefit as well if, this is a big if the divorce was 2 years or less. Now, if the divorce was actually greater than 2 years, you do not have to wait until that spouse file for their benefits in order to receive benefits off of their record. That's really, really important to understand. If it was 2 years or less, yes, you must wait. If it was longer than 2 years, that ex-spouse doesn't even have to know that you're going down to file off of their record. It won't impact them whatsoever. But you have to understand that if it's greater than 2 years, you can do that. If not, if it's less than 2 years, that spouse must be receiving a benefit. So when it comes to filing a restricted application off of an ex-spouse record, the same criteria is still in place. You must have been born by January 1st of 1954 or earlier, and you must be at your full retirement age in order to do this. At that point, you can allow your own benefit to grow and earn those delayed retirement credits. So what is this going to result in? Well, basically, of course, you're going to be able to enjoy receiving a divorced spouse benefit from age 66 to age 70. And then at age 70, you can then turn on your higher benefit amount, if it's higher, and enjoy and reap the benefits of actually maximizing your Social Security benefits in that way. So one of the things that I want to make note of that's really different from a spousal benefit when it comes to restricted application, that if both you and your ex-spouse fall into the category of being at their full retirement age, and you were born by January 1st of 1954, each of you can file a restricted application off of the other's record. That's different from a spousal benefit. Only one of you can do that. But if you are a divorced spouse, both of you can do a restricted application off of the other person's record. So let's go ahead and take a look at this example. As you know, we love to do examples in our videos because to me, it just brings home the information that we're discussing with you. So again, we have Mrs. I Don't Know. She's born in January 1st, 1954, so she just made the cut. Mr. I Don't Know was born April 11th, 1953. And at Mrs. I Don't Know's full retirement age, she would be eligible for a little over $1,000 per month at her full retirement. And Mr. I Don't Know would be eligible for $2,270 at his full retirement age. So here's the scenario that I want us to consider today. Mr. and Mrs. I Don't Know, as we know, are now a divorced couple, and they were married for over 10 years. That's one criteria, of course. They've been divorced for over 2 years. There's another criteria that they've actually crossed. Both of them are still single. It is very important that you understand that part. Both are still single. If you're not, you will not be able to file for an ex-spouse benefit. So each of them have earnings off of their own record that they are eligible for and they can receive if they like. Both are past their full retirement age. Another thing that you have to consider, you must be at your full retirement age or older in order to do this. So Mrs. I Don't Know and Mr. I Don't Know are eligible for benefits from each other's records as a divorced spouse. So as we look at this hypothetical example here, so in January 1st, 2020, Mrs. I Don't Know comes in and she decides to take our advice and she files a restricted application to receive 50% of her ex-spouse's benefit. That's going to equate to $1,135. She's going to receive 50% of Mr. I Don't Know's benefits at age 66. And a few months later, Mr. I Don't Know in April comes into our office, and he decides to also take our advice and file for a restricted application off of Mrs. I Don't Know's record. And he's going to receive 50% of his ex-spousal benefits, which is going to equate to $501 per month, half of her PIA of $1,002 per month at age 67. So then in April of 2023, Mr. I Don't Know has now reached the age of 70. Now he's going to switch to his own benefits of getting $2,996 per month, and have now reaped the benefits of allowing his original benefit at age 66 to grow at 132% more. Of course, the very next year, Mrs. I Don't Know is going to do the exact same thing. She's going to then file for her higher benefits of 132% more at age 70 and receive $1,322 per month. So both Mr. and Mrs. I Don't Know, even though they're no longer married, they were still able to maximize their Social Security benefits off of each other's record. So I hope that information that we just shared with you will shed some light on how you can still benefit from an ex-spouse's record. If you have any questions about the information that we just shared with you, or you have any concerns, please feel free to reach out to our office and let us help you understand your own personal situation.
To learn more about our services and how we can help you to increase your chances of not outliving your retirement savings, make sure to click on the link in the description below and sign up for our free Maximizing Your Retirement Income Masterclass. After this video, please check out our other videos that we've created that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.